shot on your own.
Just gets that one across the timeline, and now Martinelli in the scramble finds Barnhizer for three, and that's short. Barnhizer able to get his own rebound, though.
They're going to need some of that offensive output with Dylan Harper out.
Here's Barnhizer banging his way into the paint. Tough fadeaway, but Barnhizer's got a knack to make that look easy.
Yes, he does. And loving young man, and he's a baller.
No, he can play.
Yes, he can.
Barnhizer from three. Luke Hunger able to pluck that rebound. Needs a little help. Tried to throw it all possible minutes for Northwestern this year.
Gotta love it. 1-3-1 for the first time for Rutgers.
And Barnhizer will try to shoot him out of that 1-3-1 with a deep three.
Excellent.
Barnhizer will turn the corner. Into the paint. Tough fadeaway. Rebound loose until Somerville rather. Down 8 again. Barnhizer able to keep that dribble alive, leaning in through contact and cannot get it to drop. Barnhizer takes it away, misses from point blank range, got his own miss again, and then taken away by Acuff.
It's face up. There's nothing you can do. You got to respect his drive, but you also got to try to bother his shot.
Barnhizer, maybe that'll get him going from the free throw line. On 2 games.
So these are the type of things that Northwestern takes advantage of.
And Barnhizer with the three, can't get that one to drop. Rebound loose, somehow Sheravine.
In the second half.
Barnhizer, three over Bailey, won't go. Rebounded by Acuff. For the Big Ten Live Basketball postgame, which delivers highlights, expert analysis, and press conferences coming up right after the game on the Big Ten Network. Count it, and the foul. Oh, that's going to frustrate Steve Peichel as...
Here's Barnhizer on the move. Just get his man in the air. Martinelli got to put it up there. Barnhizer will out of the corner. That one is short. Nicholson keeps it alive. Sheriff easy on either side in this game. Barnhizer loves the mid-range game. Hanging on the baseline, that doesn't go. So Brooks Barnhizer still scoreless. Track it down, but it comes into the hands of Nicholson. Here's Barnhizer still trying to get in the scorebook. Misses that one. Nicholson can't corral the board, and here comes Boswell.
That third or fourth scoring option. He's caught fire from three, and what do you do if you're Northwestern when he's playing like this?
15-point deficit. Air ball from Barnhizer. And this one
in the country.
And you saw him supporting Morez Johnson there with his attire. Barnhizer creating a little space. That one rolls out. Keaton Fitzmaurice keeps it alive. Leach for three. It's like they're completely out of sorts, right? Just not doing what kind of got them here. As Barnhizer gets the roll, that is the first field goal for him. 5 minutes in. It was a 22-point lead at the half. It's 21 now. Fitzmaurice just had it swatted away.
And Baco has struggled. And do you go back to the two big lineup? He's going to have some real decisions to make here.
And we'll see how he farms it out. Weak side rebound there for Nick Martinelli.
Kind of flooding over from the weak side and getting a contest there.
Barnhizer from 17 knocks it down.
This is a big game for Indiana's one-on-one defense. They've struggled.
Air ball though for Leal. Pushing Barnhizer, steps through and reverses it home.
That was not an easy finish there, Brandon. Looked like he lost the ball and on target for Luke Goody.
Goody coming off that career high performance, 23 points in the win against Ohio State. Knocked around back to Barnhizer. Oh, a block. Erased by Trey Galloway. Northwestern keeps it. And Barnhizer hit the side of the backboard.
Had some wild takes in that Michigan.
Barnhizer, one of their go-to guys at 18 a game. That's a tough shot, and it rolls off. And Indiana can hold for the final attempt. Again, both of these teams could really use this win, both with a pair of quad one wins this season, but looking to add to that. Barnhizer, weak side rebounded Baco.
Shooting in Big Ten play for him is very
short. Long rebound.
Boy, Barnhizer just wanted that more than everybody else on the floor.
Indiana kid, grew up by Purdue in Lafayette, and he got that to go in the paint. Jalen Leach, quiet game so far. Now Barnhizer spinning. Yes.
That's hard to guard right there. Just that herky-jerky nature there. Barnhizer trying to cut that off. A little stack action on the under out of bounds. Ballo right there to really resist.
A goodie foul, but Barnhizer missed the 15-footer. It's a big get for Indiana. First team all-conference the last 2 years at Arizona. He's a tremendous player. Barnhizer, wild shot.
Not a good shot right there. You know, Ballo's coming over. You've drawn two. It's the shooters, and it's Ballo all by himself in the paint.
All right, so the Cats reeling a little bit here. Barnhizer stops the 10-0 run. Martinelli, weak side Nicholson. Offensive board and a reset. Barnhizer from distance. Yes.
Indiana is make those types of plays if you want to win on the road in this league.
Shot clock down to 2. Barnhizer, that's a big bucket to put him up 10.
Well, he's sandwiched there by Gallo.
Tries to get in the lane. It's knocked loose. Barnhizer, the exclamation mark. Oh, he fell hard.
Jalen Leach with 12 to shoot, working against a much larger Wolf, kicks it out to an open Barnhizer for 3. That's off, and Golden tips the rebound to Wolf. And you live with Luke Hunger can return to the floor.
He's one of those guys who they need more production from. He's only shooting 6% from 3, but he is a body, something that can definitely help them in a game like this.
Barnhizer was begging for that ball in the... Barnhizer toeing the line. Cannot connect. 0 for 3. Oh, him earlier.
He should have shot him earlier. He should keep shooting him. He needs at least 4 or 5 attempts a game, if you ask me. But just showing his maturation, his growth in the block there.
Ends up with Martinelli, who's fouled inside. He scored 11 of the last 12 points. Barnhizer trying to get it going against Wolf. That's a tough shot, and somehow his 5th attempt. Somewhere very happy with that skyhook. Drop down to Nicholson. Back it goes to Barnhizer. Shot hunting. Deep 2. Golden challenged that one and changed the shot.
What can he do? Switch it.
Who's who?
Who at Northwestern and in the Big Ten.
Pressure applied. Northwestern breaks that pressure. Barnhizer gets to the rim and banks it home. He's got 4 on 2 for 7 shooting. Tough time offensively. 0 for 4 from the floor.
I think part of that is because they're putting him in so much action on the defensive side, wearing him down a little bit, but he is beating up the glass as usual.
Cannot go on the tip by Cheddar. Crowd wanted a foul, no whistle. Barnhizer navigates to the other end of the floor, and he'll throw it at the rim. It won't go. Tip try won't go. And there's Jones to secure it for Michigan. You're shooting 24% from 3. You'll take any bounce you can get.
It's a fact.
Barnhizer, they left him alone, and he'll hit the 3. His first from deep. And to shoot for Barnhizer. Over Wolf, the jumper pinballs around and home. 11 for Michigan. 5 to go in Ann Arbor. Barnhizer puts it on the deck, a little hesitation, and 2 for Brooks Barnhizer. He has 13.
Jalen Leach is in the back.
Shot clock at 10 for Northwestern. Barnhizer, step back 2, short, rebound Gale. And now Michigan in play. He's had 30 plus, had 36 at UCLA. Barnhizer knifing inside, wild shot. Nicholson with the rebound, he's fouled.
They all are very confident and have the green light.
Barnhizer looking for space and able to hang and hit.
Good job by Brooks Barnhizer.
Barnhizer, great box out on an outstanding offensive rebounder in Reese. Barnhizer now lays it high off the glass, no good. Able to get it back. And
a weapon down the stretch where he doesn't have to come out of the games now.
10 for 10. Martinelli passes it off. Barnhizer wing 3, short, very short. Barnhizer on Queen.
Oh, man. That's some strength right there. Queen to the XP.
The crossover. Fitzmaurice blocked on the backside. Barnhizer right in the teeth, and Reese puts it in the fourth roll. First turnover in the half for Northwestern. Barnhizer with a steal. Barnhizer with a jam, and an emphatic 1,000 for Barnhizer. Leach just outside the elbow, no good. Fitzmaurice taps, there's Barry. Barnhizer three, got it!
Barry, the bigs work that hard. Let him eat a little bit.
Barnhizer, fall away jumper, short. Reese another board. Jay Young lighten up. Leach 12 to shoot. Barnhizer leans in. Barnhizer for two.
Let's see if they can get him going.
Barnhizer, another fall-away jumper. Couldn't get the roll. Nicholson, second opportunity. Barnhizer for three. That's short. Nicholson again into the hands of the Terps. Letting them play. Nicholson to Barnhizer with a size advantage. Barnhizer, right hand, yes! That's old school Big Ten right there.
The defense.
Barnhizer.
Right here, fade.
Goes. Ball away. Boy, you called it, partner.
Hey, man, he knows where he needs the ball in January.
Barnhizer to his spot. Leans in, right hand, no whistle. Reese cleans it up. Again, an opportunity to tie it. 6.9 to go. Northwestern's got two timeouts. Barnhizer goes to the right. Barnhizer lays it up. No good. Queen fired. Northwestern led by as many as 10 at one point in the second half. There's a three. Barnhizer off the heel.
That wasn't a good look. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Barnhizer to bully him.
Barnhizer leans in. Lays it up and in. No whistle.
That streak includes 2 wins over top-ranked Purdue and most recently a win over then number 19 Illinois last month. Back to live action. Inside. Northwestern.
Right there that he still has to continue to develop. You understand the athleticism, but the mid-range jump shot behind the three.
Barnhizer off the heel. He's off to a slow start in this. And everything was like custom. Unbelievable.
Bro, doesn't it feel authentic and perfect for college basketball? Shout out to Northwestern and the athletic department for
Barnhizer. Guarded by Carr. Good matchup. 2 athletes. Barnhizer, rising fire. Rims off. Batted around. Long rebound. Blocked away. Chervino just checked into the game.
And this young freshman, no fear. Coming off a career high against Purdue.
Barnhizer, again, really struggling with his shot to start this game.
He was able to get it to Fittler to finish it off.
Barnhizer, 0 for 5. Make it 0 for 6. He's over.
Northwestern fans saw that as evidence against Penn State.
Barnhizer, step back Jay. Confidence, still off. Jimmy, you were a scorer. What do?
You kind of give it right back to your opponent, that being Michigan State with that turnover.
Barnhizer, inside, on the move, fire.
But he got space, guys. He didn't have it. And if it does come off on the opposite side, Richardson could have been there for the offensive rebound.
Barnhizer forced it up, batted around. Did a successful season, even though you lost to Michigan?
And kick rocks, bro. Yes. Yes.
That's starting to be an annual thing for you guys up here, down here in Ohio.
Hey, man.
Second free throw short. Rebounded inside. Barnhizer, he'll bank it down.
And now a little full-court pressure coming from Northwestern. You score.
Here come the Wildcats, trying to get inside 10. Barnhizer's got to hit this one. Batted out, loose, tracked down. story today. 5 seconds. They leave it. The basket. That one no good. And that's the end of the ball game. Smith.
There's Leach with the shot clock at 10. A transfer from Fairfield. Now Barnhizer on the baseline. That one is well short. And the rebound to Smith.
Watch Fletcher.
My high school buddies will attest. Here's Barry out top. Now Barnhizer, not a great three-point shooter. That one doesn't go. Tipped up no by Martinelli. There's Martinelli, second leading scorer in the league. Barnhizer, this is how he gets a lot of his points.
230, weight room, shoulders.
Brooks, Barnhizer, Martinelli, whirling curvage there. They're close. Luke Hunger, the rebound. Shot clock did not reset. Barnhizer will try the three. It rolls out. And the rebound to Smith. Again, that cross-court pass. Here's Wyndham. Shot clock under 5. Barnhizer will drive. Tries to create some space. Hanging in the air. Left it short. Great defensive possession by the Boilers. With 12 points. And they haven't gotten blown out by anyone, Steven. How do they get back in this one?
They've got to get this young man going some kind of way, but that's not going to do it. And they've got to get stops. Just not pleased with their effort.
Barnhizer for 3. Rim and out, and the rebound to Smith.
He's got to be really aggressive in this scenario.
Barnhizer on the drive, hanging in the air, gets it back. And a foul. Resume until a week from tomorrow. So if there's a time to come here, it's now. But it hasn't worked in Northwestern's favor. There's Fritz Barnhizer hitting a 3.
Barnhizer get him going downhill. That was a nice defensive switch between Heidi and Colby.
Barnhizer can't get it to go, but tips it back up and in. It's 9 for Brooks.
That's a lot to ask of a guard to try to defend TKR in the post.
6 assists for Smith, moves him into second on the Purdue assist list all time. Barnhizer wanted to call him in. During COVID, he was not able to see him play live. Pretty amazing what he has become. A very lightly recruited player. That one's blocked away by Colvin, showing off his athleticism. Well defended by the Cats, and Ellie passes for Northwestern. Now Burgess is down behind the play as Barnhizer lays it in. Burgess clutching his face. A triple header here of men's hoops on the Big Ten Network today. Illinois battling Washington next. After that 32-point win at Oregon, that was the
Penn State does the best right here. We'll have court pressure. Try to speed you up a little bit.
Get it into the hands of their best player in Brooks Barnhizer, and that shot is off. Now Martinelli with it. Swings it over to Barnhizer, and Barnhizer knocks it down.
Well, the roommates have a natural connection.
That will go, tipped around, and it's tipped a little too far back to Northwestern. And able to get the shot to go. So the Wildcats with an offensive board. Now Northwestern down 6. Barnhizer, top tape, physical tape, and gets it to go. DeMarco Dunn there defensively, no match.
Great hustle.
Nick Martinelli.
Yes, great hustle by Nick Martinelli getting on the deck.
Got it stolen away. He was trying to sneak a pass through.
Create in short clock.
As you said, into Barnhizer. Now with 5 to shoot, Barnhizer tries to force it up. That won't go. The putback not there. Barnhizer another tip, and that won't go. Eventually the rebound is secured by Coach.
Squaring up Dillion to see where the other defender's coming from.
Barnhizer, a physical presence of him, able to get the shooter's roll at the conclusion.
Great job fighting me.
Now Barnhizer continues with the basketball off the glass. Cannot find it. Martinelli over for the offensive board. This is good.
Backflow defensive teams in the country.
Barnhizer on the roll. Barnhizer gets it and always seems to find a way to get that finish off the glass.
I mean, over 2 Penn State defenders. Then comes.
And now flashing to the basket and able to get the basket and the foul. Brooks Barnhizer.
This has turned into one of those knockdown, drag-out physical matches in the Big Ten.
And Martinelli, the 1-foot fade. Ace setting up. Hicks was blocked. Trying to get that shot off. Barnhizer got a hand on it. Barnhizer calling for the basketball and gets the 2. Northwestern back out front. He won't. Barnhizer with a clean trip down the court. Now 15 on the shot clock. Brooks into the paint. Brooks can't find it. Able to get his rebound back, then lost it into the arms of Ace Barnhizer.
Now, if you go down the stretch, Northwestern has one of the biggest playbooks in the Big Ten.
Barnhizer to the rack. Well, we got a 2-point game.
That's a tough move. He's got Conan Niederhauser. Beautiful time.
Niederhauser there again defensively, and another great defensive play. Penn State scoops up the loose ball.
You see Colin Metcalf committing the foul.
Barnhizer now for 3, short, and the rebound to King. Minnesota, so some great history behind this Northeastern versus Northwestern matchup today.
Tell you what, it's send it back, big fella.
Yeah, Colin Metcalf sent that one back in. Maybe the defensive stand for Northwestern will spark the offense a little bit. Barnhizer open for 3. Off the rim. Hunger bats at the rebound again, but this is
layup for Northeastern. Well done.
Barnhizer in his bag of tricks. That's his first shot from the floor today. Barnhizer throws it up to Nicholson. It clips the backboard. Barnhizer denied by Waga.
Chris Collins is so he was pretty upset that they didn't stick with it.
Martinelli misses the runner. Northwestern still has it. Barnhizer short from 3. Pratt crashes the glass and saves it.
Catch up.
You're sure right about that.
Yeah, no, he had
by Martinelli. He chugs up the floor. Wrap around, Barnhizer weak side. Timeout, North. Just under 63%. Another takeaway for Northwestern. Barnhizer sprints down. Bucket and a foul.
Hands up. Good job by Nick Martinelli and a good job by Justin Mullins finding him.
Barnhizer, that rolls on top of the backboard.
And to Ty Bear.
And Barnhizer with the steal. And the dunk. Taken away by Barnhizer. Another steal. 30 points off turnovers for Northwestern. And Barnhizer hits the 20-point lead. Could not complete the pass to Troutman. Barnhizer hits the reverse.
Well, this has really got
first possession. There's another strip. Credit the big man for it, too. And then up ahead, Barnhizer, easy finish. So Nicholson steal leads to Barnhizer's bucket.
Yeah, a good open one there on the drop coverage.
Transferred from Davidson. Barnhizer into that triple try, and he answers right back. Get good switches for him to take advantage of. Seems to like this matchup.
They got the switch they wanted, but the little
down there. I know you coaches love that. Martinelli gets doubled, a hook pass. Barnhizer couldn't connect. Can DePaul find a way to get this instant chance effort? Gonna bail out DePaul. Then they lost it. Leach, another Northwestern steal. Barnhizer with Barry. The block to get back. Nice job from Meyer there. It ultimately resumes for Northwestern. They'll go to Penn State, then to Purdue, then Michigan State comes here. 1-1 in Big Ten play so far. Brooks Barnhizer, a key aspect of that. They had the win over Illinois
on the defensive end to give them a chance here.
That was an 89-61 loss to St. John's. So trying to emotionally bounce back from that. Barnhizer just on cruise control to the rim. And couldn't finish it. Northwestern was wreaking havoc with those deflections in the first 10 minutes of the game. Barnhizer knew what he wanted to do.
I thought Brooks really, Barnhizer's
up to 15, tapped out. Another opportunity. And Barnhizer takes advantage of that opportunity. Trying to snap it. Barnhizer against Gunn. Really good matchup here. Oh, the fade, the finish, and the foul.
These are how to play.
There he is, right on cue. Gonna run the break now. Off the steal and the finish.
I don't think the Blue Dems are gonna let him relax at all.
Can't relax against Barnhizer. Well, this time DePaul holds him to one shot. Shoulder again. They just say, let's go to work. 4.5 to play in this game. Barnhizer going to work. Right there, the rebound.
Might have been one of his easiest licks of the night.
Well, Enright gets it to drop. 9-point game, 3.5 to go. Northwestern with 3 timeouts. Pull up, Barnhizer, that's his spot, couldn't finish. Think they got Benson on. Barnhizer the steal, fittingly, and the finish.
Guys talking in studio about it, that Chris Collins has really set the standard in terms of their program and what to expect.
Barnhizer misses his first shot. There's a great point, just his adaptability, where it's threes and dunks at the mid-range game for Northwestern. Barnhizer right at that free throw line. Mid-range, missed it. 0 for his first 2.
Well enough to get the victory on the road, but they've found some competitive spurts, especially against North Carolina.
Not enough English from Barnhizer, trying to get that basketball back. Instead, Ndongo
percent clip on the year, so he's been great from long range.
Got another turnover for Georgia Tech. Barnhizer's right hand short. 5
here.
Hunger with a paint touch. Barnhizer launches. Short again. Barnhizer 0 for his average almost 13.5 points a game, and whoever you talk to, he is going to be a good pro for a long time. Barnhizer just inside the line. Misses again. He's 0 for 6.
Well,
originally from College Park, Georgia. Barnhizer falling away and still without a bucket for Barnhizer. He's 0 for his first 7. They're just painted a little different.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Barnhizer he's still trying to find his way. Mullins. Martinelli looking for help. He's got 2 on him. Free to shoot. Barnhizer for 3. Got one to go.
Well, that's it.
There's a screen from Martinelli. Barnhizer.
There it is.
Looking for help. Falling away. Jumper gets the roll.
Just had a favorable matchup there to take advantage of double-digit deficit.
Never led in this ball game. Georgia Tech. Barnhizer falls away and still not getting a roll, and we're going to get a foul underneath on the
running to O'Brien's leg.
Leach drives, kicks. Martinelli, 1 extra pass. Barnhizer for 3. Beauty.
I really like how Brooks Barnhizer, he does not rush his shot.
With it, It was outstanding action.
It was.
And it feels like every time Ty Berry lets it fly, it's going in.
It does look pretty, doesn't it?
Barnhizer able to retrieve that long pass. Barnhizer drives.
Oh, what
a play.
Man, there were 3 defenders there.
Barnhizer's going to be a fabulous coach.
Yeah, you think he wants to go into that?
I don't know.
He would be, though. I agree with you.
Falls away. There's a good jumper from Barnhizer. He's got 16.
Look at Ty Berry on the dig.
He's been all over the place today defensively. Barnhizer again on the break. Blocked away by Terry.
That's an app getting the ACC play.
Barnhizer from the elbow hits the jumper.
Well, that's snaking the ball screen action right there.
Conference, the 17 teams are getting in.
That's right.
Right?
I agree.
Martinelli finds Barnhizer. Hook short. Nicholson not to be.
Johnson in there, and a skip pass. It's taken away by Barnhizer. On the run, Brooks Barnhizer.
Good defense there by Jonas to stop that bounce, but just better offense on the fadeaway jumper. Barnhizer very effective.
Errant pass there. Northwestern looking for the tie here early. Barnhizer all the way to the rim. Everything but the bucket. Johnson the rebound.
Illinois a little fortunate. Merez.
Shot clock down to 11. Backing down Humrickhouse. Spins baseline. Tough fadeaway. Won't go. Rebound into Boswell's hand.
And if you're Hummer.
Barnhizer. Backs up for a three. And another rebound. This one for Ivisic. Penetrates. Illinois really playing good defense early in this ballgame.
Well, they've encouraged certainly the mid-range jumper. Leach has made a couple.
And a three falls.
Finally, a three-pointer goes down, and that's going
to get some offense going. No foul call with a lot of contact, and here come the Cats. Oh, Barnhizer, nice move. The floater a little strong, and the rebound loose on the floor. Oh, Barnhizer there to clean it up. He can't get that one to fall. It ends up with Leach. The runner won't go. 1 point game. Mullins. Love the tournament of shooters. So far, he has not been successful at it. Barnhizer hits the deep two, and Northwestern back on top.
For Justin Mullins, you know, if you're not...
Let's back this one out. Still 15 to shoot. Barnhizer. Oh, step back.
Good look. Humrickhouse just buckled back.
It's away. That one won't go. Good defense, Northwestern. Barnhizer to push it up the floor. Going all the way inside through a lot of contact. The ball knocked free, and it'll belong to the Cats. Playing card, but he's got 4 points inside tonight. The ball tipped toward the side, scooped up by Barnhizer. Still 12 to shoot. Barnhizer driving it strong.
Oh, and over the top of Ivisic. Ivisic going vertical. Game has been really choppy. It's just never felt like either team has been able to find any sort of rhythm on offense.
Agreed. Barnhizer from the foul line. If he starts finding some rhythm along with Martinelli, 52% foul shooter in the early going this year. Here's Barnhizer. At the logo, tough fadeaway.
But he faded back into Boswell. He had him on his back. And
scoreless, 0 for 2 from the floor. Barnhizer to the elbow. That jumper is short. 7-0 run continues. Frugal difference stark for Illinois. Barnhizer trying to get the Cats going. That three pinballs out and into the arms of Will Riley.
Got a good look. He really got
just when it looked like Illinois was pulling away. Ivisic blocked by Barnhizer. Run into the other end. Wanted to throw it down and it wouldn't go. Chris Collins wanted another board, his 7th.
Boswell now 4 of his last 21 from 3.
For 3 in the lead. And the rebound for Boswell.
Miscommunication. It's got to be a simple switch, like side screen. Humrickhouse taking advantage.
Down low to Barnhizer. Leans in a little strong, and the rebound for Ivisic. Push it up.
There's no screen there. Northwestern has got to talk out these guard-to-guard screens.
Barnhizer backing in, fading away. Brooks Barnhizer with 14. Down a pair with the ball at home. They lost on a last-second shot at Iowa earlier in the week. In the lane, Barnhizer ties it at 56.
He's just so methodical.
8 seconds and counting. They lost in Iowa on a last-second buzzer beater. Barnhizer for 3. Tipped up, and for the second straight year. Back to work against Jonas. Spins it to Mullins. 7 to shoot. Barnhizer step back 2. Caught by Nicholson underneath. No, but the tip, yes. A minute to go. Spinning baseline. Splits 2 defenders. The spin around. It's Barnhizer on the drive. Off the window, no. And Jonas with a rebound.
Good rotation there by...
Stop.
Brooks Barnhizer only playing for the 4th time this season. Missed the first 4 with an injury to his foot. Iowa already up. Peyton Sandford, they have a foul. Kicks it right back to him. Tough shot. Another miss. And here comes Harding.
Dembele doing a great job of utilizing it more like 6'9" with his length.
He's had quite an ascension in 3 years, Stephen. 3 points per game to 9 to 20. Barnhizer knocks down a 3. So he has one from deep. Martinelli does. Best 21 assists per game, and they're already at 5. Martinelli in trouble. Little hook pass to Barnhizer. Strong crossover. That's what he does.
Yeah, he knew he had Brock Harding on him. Brock on a good day.
Iowa back in that man-to-man defense. Good spin by Barnhizer and the fadeaway. Nicholson kept it alive. This is the last 2 years. Only Purdue and Illinois have more.
No, this is a program that is used to winning. A lot of that had to do with Boo Boo. And he established a culture here with these Wildcats of toughness.
Barnhizer one-on-one against Dix. Fade away.
Okay, we're about to see the Brooks Barnhizer show. He's got that look in his eye, Paul. No, that was off hunger. So I understand why they were upset. I thought that was off Owen Freeman.
Barnhizer hesitation, then to the glass. Now the lead is 7.
Ooh, that was pretty.
And now run. Martinelli with the defense. Up ahead to Barnhizer. Finish.
Oh, what a turn.
Barnhizer against Dix. Fade away. Hunger again, second consecutive. Barnhizer tipped away, closer to the bucket. I don't think he saw the basket when he made that.
No, we call that grown.
Audie had a chance for 3.
Short clock here, gotta go.
10 points in the second half. And Dix tracks it down. Hawks been tied with a...
So looking for our first points, a minute and 15 seconds in. Second meeting ever between these two teams as Barnhizer falls away and misses from the elbow. Last time they met, December of 19. Kid, young man from Las Vegas, a sophomore. Last year led UNLV in scoring and assists as a freshman. Barnhizer. And there's Bear Cherry. Back look pretty healthy.
Their gaps, not allowing any dribble penetration. Just got to do a better job on the glass.
Barnhizer. And there's Njai ripping away the rebound. I'm in our third place game here at the Arizona Tip-Off at Mullet Arena in Tempe. Jack Benjamin, Matt McCall, our terrific crew with you as Barnhizer buries the 3. Northwestern needed that one.
No problem. No problem whatsoever. We got a job to do to come out here, play with great effort, and Bedford's doing that for them.
Now Barnhizer connects on a second straight triple. All right, it's a 2-point UNLV lead. We roll towards 7 to go in the first half. Shot clock at 3 for Barnhizer, rejected by Hill. The defensive activity has been great.
2 seconds up.
First half, 25%, 5 of 20 floor. 3 of those 5 makes, though, have been from 3. Barnhizer will try. And Cherry there to vacuum in the rebound.
Great.
It's Mullins. Martinelli. Baseline drive and kick. Barnhizer 3. You betcha. It's a third first. Barnhizer leads all scorers with 13. He backtracks for a 3. A rare miss for him from distance. Now 3 for Martinelli against Hill on the baseline. Pop Njai back in. Good skip. Barnhizer. Bullseye. And the pass from Martinelli again. As well, low scoring affair. Barnhizer, team high 16. On the baseline, puts it up and off. Nicholson tips. Rishwain couldn't track it down. Mullins does. And a fresh 20 for the Wildcats. Barnhizer, size mismatch with Thomas. Puts it up and Cherry comes over to deny. Barnhizer outside. And now Mullins. He's been great off the bench, looking for Nicholson inside. Double comes. Barnhizer is the cutter, and he finishes with the left. He's got 18.
In roll coverage, UNLV going to a double ball screen there. Northwestern, great job not allowing that pass to get through.
Barnhizer fades away and fills it up from the baseline. Bounce back from losses last night. Barnhizer, game high 20. Works on Bedford in the lane, puts it up and off. Nicholson, an offensive rebound, goes to the deck.
I think they're going to keep the ball in Barnhizer's hands. He got the switch on Rishwain.
In the lane he goes, puts it up and short. He got his own rebound and very wisely pulls it back out to burn 20 more seconds. Barnhizer and Rishwain spins in the lane, puts it up and in with a foul. The lead for North.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jack Benjamin. Happy to be here with you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Fall away is down, and a good start for Brooks Barnhizer, senior from over on Cassia. Now Butler has turned it over again. And now Barnhizer all day for three. Both these teams ice cold to start. Now a combined 1 point per.
How about this, too, coming into the game? Patrick McCaffrey, 50% from behind the arc.
That time does it inside. A misfire from Barnhizer. A rebound for
this Butler team.
He really scored it well early on in the season last year for Tulane. Ended up averaging more than double figures. Barnhizer off on a triple. So Northwestern moves to 1 for 6. 9 minutes just about off the first half clock here in Tempe. First of 2 games here on semifinal Thursday at the Arizona tip-off, and Barnhizer finally stops the scoring drought with a nice pirouette in the lane. All of it has been right near the rim. A couple of jumpers too. Barnhizer going at Telford. Puts his shoulder down, leans in, left it short. That's great defense.
It really is.
Butler's lead 14, has been as many as 15. Rolling towards 5 to play first half. Barnhizer cut off in the lane, flips it up and in.
It's a good play there, just off a little handoff. Some very valuable minutes for Screen in this first half.
Minute 45 to go, first half. 8-point Butler lead. Barnhizer for 3, connects. Northwestern is back within 2. As the 5th team foul. It's the first on Screen. It's the 6th Butler turnover. Northwestern on the run. Barnhizer missed it. Screen grabs another rebound.
Teammate Andre Screen was playing such good minutes for him, but McCaffrey finding him on the late roll. Great play.
Barnhizer snaking the screen and finding some room in the mid-range. He's up.
Team coming in here, you just mentioned it, partner. 16.6 points per game, 50% from the three-point line.
As Barnhizer gets downhill with a strong right hand. Barnhizer's been their go-to guy. Wants to back down on Brooks, playing with 4 fouls. And his hook misses. Screen, another rebound, his 9th to tie a season high.
You can differ.
Martinelli, outside Barnhizer. On a baseline drive against Telford. Leans in, can't get the roll. Rebound, Bizjack. So Northwestern can still play the foul game.
Continue to put pressure on the paint. Still a lot of time left.
Barnhizer downhill, reverses it up and in for 2. So Barnhizer has 20. I had 3 to potentially win. Barnhizer's been the guy with 4, with 3. Barnhizer to the rim, put it up and off, tipped around and off. It somehow does.
He pumps the brakes and backs out. Barnhizer once again inside, trying to go up and underneath, and that's good. How about the English for Brooks Barnhizer? He loves shooting right now. Scoring drought over 2.5 minutes now.
That was their best look in a little while. Bit of a mismatch.
Barnhizer with a little bit of contact. He misses. Wanted the foul, no call.
Hey, the whistle.
Barnhizer to his left, into the lane. He goes up with it, and he's good. Barnhizer's got 4.
That physicality continues.
Foul attempt.
You mentioned Dozic, a freshman they're pretty excited about. Also missing Aaron Clark, the sophomore transfer from Wake Forest.
Barnhizer gives a 3 a shot, but it's too short. 4.
Quicker, not a terrible look for Odom, given how good of a three-point shooter he is, though.
Barnhizer, coming off of his last 3 attempt, is wide open this time. Doesn't get it, but the offensive rebound for Hunger. A big part of the Cats by 8, looking to make it more. Barnhizer working the post. Puts on the move, right-handed, no good. Brooks Barnhizer looking for the answer. He steps back, puts a defender on the floor, but nothing to show up for it. Leach on the near wing. Now Nicholson inside, moves it to Barnhizer. He's got a look. Just off the front iron. Out Duke, bound. Calling for the screen. Goes up with the right, off the glass and in.
Slow start.
Working his way up, had it knocked aside. Luke Hunger's there to keep the possession alive. 3 on the shot clock. Barnhizer puts it up. He misses.
For the Wildcats, Pepperdine has really held serve so far through this second half. Northwestern needs to establish some of their muscle here.
Here's Barnhizer muscling his way inside, and that's good.
When you want to establish, who are you going to go to except in this game?
Martinelli, a key part of that offensive glass effort for Northwestern this season. Barnhizer's first shot blocked. His second, though, goes out for his first bucket of the season, first of many. You see how Montana State operates without Walker. The length of Agbankpolo nearly got that. Barnhizer with 7 to shoot, blocked by Agbankpolo. And then they get a travel called, but that's the length. Polo will dish it out. Hunger's first shot. Couldn't hit. Now Barnhizer can reload. His first 3 of the season. I hate to keep... Go back a minute for the last time they beat a Big Ten team. January 1st of 1930 against Purdue. What were you doing that day?
That's a great question.
USC beat Pitt in the 16th
passer out of the post.
Barnhizer goes back to work against Walker, and one for Brooks Barnhizer. Guy who was under-recruited out of high school, found his home here in Evanston, finds a bucket there.
And if nobody's going to talk about him, I'll talk about him with that this year. And it's early, but that's what Coach was talking about, get that chemistry.
Nice one-legged fade from Barnhizer. That was pretty.
And sometimes you just create your own chemistry, and that's
execution.
They not only pointed out, they said if you don't pay attention to it, something bad's going to happen. I would say being dunked on, something bad.
Something bad happened. Trying to stem the tide there.
Listen to Coach Collins and their staff during the shoot-around because they preached it and preached it and preached it.
Barnhizer tried to take it into his own hands there. Has had an excellent first half. Like you said, control the controllables. Barnhizer had to take the first half in his own hands at certain points. There's his partner in crime down low at the tap.
Polo just loses it, and thankfully for Northwestern, it's a turnover there, but we're just not used to those passes by Northwestern.
Nice drive from Barnhizer, and he flushes it down. Again, patient, shot clock down to 5. Ty Berry stripped it away that time. Running with Barnhizer. The bounce to Barnhizer. Oh, he couldn't finish.
He's pulling that back with his knee.
Been so big. Each possession so physical as well. Barnhizer grinding and finishing.
What a finish. What a finish.
For Northwestern, 2 for Montana State, both teams in the bonus. Barnhizer grinding again, finishing again.
Just gets that one across the timeline, and now Martinelli in the scramble finds Barnhizer for 3, and that's short. Barnhizer able to get his own rebound, though.
Leach has been... Ooh, good look.
Somerville off the back iron, used every bit of rim, but couldn't get it to drop.
Boy, that was a sweet dime, though, by Ace Bailey.
7-0 North talking to Barry. They're trying to work on who's got who on the box out, and the rebound ripped down by Barnhizer.
Now you've got a team in North. Be better.
Williams to work. Williams, the jumper. Didn't get it to go. Rebounded by Barnhizer, and that shot will not count if it goes. It doesn't go anywhere.
Northwestern staying within this 3 to 5 point deficit.
Off the inbound, that one won't go, but Barnhizer the rebound of the Barry miss and a travel. Turnover number 8 in through contact and cannot get it to drop. Barnhizer takes it away, misses from point-blank range, got his own miss again, and then taken away by Acuff. Emmanuel Obole knocked him out for the remainder of the year, and Steve Peichel said, we're going to burn the red shirt, and Dortch misses both free throws, so he's still scoreless now in 2 games. Since hit 4 of their last 5, Rutgers 5 of their last 7. Here's Bailey again, going to work, deep 2, that won't go, rebound Barnhizer.
I like the adjustment, though. They brought Bailey in the center of the floor. Comparing notes over here to close out this game.
And Grant misses them both. Rebound tipped into the hands of Barnhizer. Cats have 2 timeouts. Rutgers 1. 3 up for Barry.
Eddie Akachonis the other way. Humrick House. Now the 3 from Gibbs Lawhorn does not go, and Barnhizer with the rebound for the Wildcats.
Heavy clear message sent by the Illini early on.
Yeah, you knew in watching Illinois this morning they were going to come ready to play. And whether or not Northwestern could match that intensity was the question. And they
it's at the rim. Go back to what's working. 50% of his shots are threes right now.
Yeah, it feels like they're completely out of sorts, right? Just not doing what kind of got them here.
This past week.
Watch the post double here. Northwestern going to have to load up. Good cut by Mbako. And he's got to find his offense. Mackenzie Mbako has looked like a different player these last 4 games.
College games still are 40 minutes, but he is playing over 40 a game in conference action. Bono can't get the push shot.
Nice job by Northwestern of flooding over from the weak side and getting a contest there.
Coming off that career-high performance, 23 points in the win against Ohio State. Knocked around, back to Barnhizer. There's Barry, can't leave him. Knocks it down. Inside Leal, like a hot potato, around the arc to Rice. Long rebound, Barnhizer, he almost double dribbled.
Face given.
Northwestern had missed 12 straight shots before that. And Mbako had a strong first half, can't connect there. Again, both of these first team all Pac-12 last year at Washington State. Barry short, long rebound.
Boy, Barnhizer just wanted that more than everybody else on the floor.
Indiana kid, grew up.
Western handled that well.
What's a Spain action?
Or you back screen after a ball screen. And you're really setting the back screen on the big. And there Fitzmaurice just avoided that. Western closed out well. Good defensive possession.
Breeze for Northwestern. Stopping Rice, but he cannot hit it.
Good play by Ty Barry to stay in there and knock that away from Balo.
Transition D. Now the shot clock at 3. Donaldson in some trouble. Out to Burnett, and Damari Burnett short. Good defense all the way around for Northwestern.
They have been outstanding, and the rebound.
Into the 1-and-1 with the 79% shooter, and he can't get it to drop. And now Brooks Barnhizer. Donaldson working against Leach. Slithers to the rim. No, it cannot go on the tip by Cheddar. Crowd wanted a foul. No whistle. Barnhizer navigates to the other. The kick out to Leach with 5 to shoot. Gonna have to go. Tough one. Finding Nicholson inside. No. Following it up is Barnhizer. No shot. Foul is on the floor. We saw this so much at Ohio State. He loved to get to the free throw line. 103 attempts in his sophomore year at OSU. Misses that free throw, and Barnhizer the rebound to keep it a 1-point game coming up on the 8th.
Teams and just the competitiveness. John Tonji went to Wisconsin yesterday, put up a donut. They won. Casper Jonas struggled today at Michigan State. They competed, and Michigan obviously doing their thing with an off night from Wolf.
Have to foul. Here's Gale. Golden for 3 again. And the rebound, Barnhizer.
Glad Golden made a face when he caught that ball. Like, you're not going to close out?
We'll bring it up. Northwestern quickly up the floor. Barry got a great look. The 3 won't go. Offensive rebound. Barnhizer in traffic. He'll go to the line for a pair.
Officials calling this one pretty tight early. There's a 3 ball. Off the side of the iron, no good from Rice. Barnhizer with the rebound, his first. Tightened up his haircuts. Those are the 2 guys that really need to lead this team offensively. Queen inside again, no good. Barnhizer cleans it up.
Nice job helping late by Matthew Nicholson.
Barnhizer, good seal down low. 2 to shoot. There's a 3. Barnhizer, great box out on an outstanding offensive rebounder in Reese. Barnhizer now lays it high off the glass, no good. Able to get it back. And Barnhizer's going to the line.
Challenge at halftime.
Gillespie in and out, battling. It's into the hands of Barnhizer. They've had some great looks on the last couple of possessions. Nothing falling.
They have.
Make some distance tonight from Northwestern to tie things up. Gillespie on the other end. Couldn't answer. Barnhizer with another rebound. Six to shoot. Gillespie. The crossover. Fitzmaurice blocked on the backside. Barnhizer right in the teeth and filling in beautifully on the scoring column. 13 off the bench. Queens ball with an air ball. Great help from Fitzmaurice. And Barnhizer led Martinelli too much. Just ripped out of Nicholson's hands.
That's a heck of a play.
There's a 3 in the corner, no good. Barnhizer creeping up on a double-double. That's his 9th rebound. Reese draws 2 into the corner. Rice 3 for the lead, no good. Barnhizer with a double-double on that rebound.
But Barnhizer's exhausted too.
Transferred to Longwood. Second free throw off the mark, and here come the Wildcats. Brooks Barnhizer averaging 19 points a game. Key left top, Holloman left hand hard drive, kicks it out, reversing baseline.
That's a part of his game right there that he still has to continue to develop. You understand that that's the next step, and that's why by recruiting him, you looked at his overall ability, and another offensive rebound here by Northwestern.
Barnhizer in the corner. Sherafino, no. 6 to shoot. Akins, control dribble, shows it, fades, short. Nice box out. And Northwestern will bring it. The head coach doing so well. Time certainly flies. Inside, cold car, left hand, no. Ball batted around, picked up. Here comes Barnhizer, looking for an easy basket. He's stripped, fears, picked it. Draws a double team. Leach. Barnhizer, offensive rebound, buried. Brick. Second free throw short. Rebounded inside. Barnhizer, they'll bank it down.
And a little full court pressure coming from Northwest to Michigan State.
And he missed the front end. Here come the Wildcats trying to.
Braden Smith.
Martinelli switched on to Smith. And the rebound to Barnhizer. At Mackey Arena, the Oilers jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Northwestern has battled back. 3-point game right now as Fletcher Lawyer misses there for Purdue. And the Lafayette native, Brooks Barnhizer, played the word he used, but I felt like I should edit it slightly for television purposes.
That's a wise decision on your part. But no, it's tough sometimes. You know, you can't get getting some decent looks the last few times up the floor. Just having to convert.
There's Colvin, that is well off the mark, and Barnhizer rebounds for the Cats.
Aggressive in this scenario.
Barnhizer on the drive, hanging in the air, gets it back. And a foul on Purdue. He's inching closer. Here's Lawyer for 3. That one doesn't go. And the rebound to Barnhizer.
Brooks, Barnhizer, I'm looking.
The Wildcats turn it right back over. Chance for an assist for Smith. Kaufman ran, can't finish. No foul called. And certainly wanted one there, perhaps justifiably. On the other end now, Sheriff.
Durkak has the size to kind of battle Brooks a little bit.
Sherafino on the drive off the window to get Northwestern on the board.
And Sherafino, he is a good
short. Barnhizer able to get his own rebound though.
Leach has been hot the last couple games.
Oh, that's why. 3 straight games in doubles, 17 points per game.
Defensive balance here by Rutgers.
Barnhizer in alone is Nicholson for the two-hand flush.
Total breakdown defensively there. Oh, good job by JaMychal Davis covering up there.
Berry inside. Finesse play for Ty Berry. Want a possession for the Cats, and they could use it. Down 43-35. Here's Leach in the corner, and it bought him 3 points with that heave by Martinelli. For the Scarlet Knights, up 77-68. Barnhizer down to Nicholson, and Nicholson with a flush of his own. Timeout taken by Chris Collins, one of his 2 remaining time.
Hard for Northwestern to match up in the transition game.
I mean, 5 points for Northwestern in 11 minutes. Berry able to end that, but the points are telling me at halftime they're off to an excellent start, have a good chance to be in the hunt in the IHSA tournament coming up later this year as Jalen Leach hits the 3 out of the corner.
In the win against Ohio State. Knocked around back to Barnhizer. There's Berry, can't leave him. Knocks it down.
They can get him going with the cut. It's led to open threes, but Northwestern hasn't been able to pay it off.
Now a 3-on-2, and a foul on Leal. And 2 at the line for the Cats. And here's Barnhizer, the senior, one of the surefire leaders of this team. Out to Berry, and Berry now has 14.
Mbako got lost, but Berry.
And Mbako, the sophomore from New Jersey. Defense for Indiana fans that follow it. They know it's been an issue at times for him. Foul, and the 3 goes for Berry. Up ahead, Barnhizer. Got it back down, Goody. He loves to get to this spot. Up top, Leach buries it. Spinning, Barnhizer kicks. There's Leach again. Got it.
For Vlad Golden. What a luxury for Dusty May. Game's on the line. What do? Pull Vlad Golden away from the rim. How about the answer from Ty Berry? 12 today.
See what that pressure does. Shot clock approaching 10 seconds, and so really taking some time out of the possession.
Floater again from Martinelli. Trying to get around the corner. Nice dump pass, but another turnover from Maryland. Numbers for the Wildcats. Sharavino and 1.
Unique blend of talent. They're older. Starting to put it together.
Nice pass inside. Berry able to hit it.
And he had an identical shot earlier.
Barnhizer into the paint. Leans in. Knocked away. Martinelli's got it. Northwestern's got the lead at the half. It didn't look pretty, but the result with Western. It's been a tight one. Barnhizer to Berry from the wing. Hot hand stays with Ty
Berry. And what you'll see, Gus, neither team really utilizes the three-point line to their advantage. This is where they make their inside the arc. Beautiful play coming out, and as soon as he got back to practice the next day.
Martinelli, Barnhizer, back to Martinelli. There's that floater again, and it's pure.
But the two-man game between the two, you got an empty side corner.
Against Washington on Thursday on 8 of 13 shooting. Here's Barnhizer popping out, finds Nicholson, and he'll jam it down. Nice look from Barnhizer.
And push the pace, so let's keep our eye on that as well.
Leach thinking about it, drives, pushes off, step back jumper, count it. Jalen Leach wants to play some ball today.
Northwestern can get the matchup that they want.
Trying to do a lot of isolation for Barnhizer. Here's Leach, big shot out of the corner, and he hits it. So Northwestern on the board thanks to the Barnhizer into the front court here. Plenty of time, 20 to shoot. Cross court now for Leach. He will try a 3, and that one rattles home.
Great screen by Luke Hunger to free up.
At 10, knocked away there by KJ Wyndham, the freshman from Indy. And on the other side, it's Justin Mullins who lays it in.
And that's going to be a key for Northwestern if they're going to get back into this game.
And presence And I think they're still kind of trying to figure out what's the best way for us to play as more of a guard-driven team as Sheravino hits out of the corner. But I'd say they figured out some things here today. No foul called. And certainly wanted one there, perhaps justifiably. On the other end now, Sheravino hits the three. Angelo Sheravino having a really good game.
Dillion, who spent the last year and a half at Tennessee before transferring over to Penn State. And an easy two on the other end from Martinelli.
Yeah, that's Nick Martinelli's float.
Here's Barnhizer. And Barnhizer now with 5 on the shot clock. Got to get one up. How about this? Sheravino, who has come in and Barnhizer, nice spin. Back out. Sheravino can't miss. He had some words for Dunn after it went down.
Yeah,
Leach with the 3. That's off the mark. Brought down by Barnhizer. He slips a pass over to Martinelli, who gets it to go.
See, I'm sure Chris Collins. Barnhizer likes to go right into his move here.
Barnhizer gives it up. 3-pointer on the way. 3-pointer rattles around and down. KJ will finish off the glass.
I mean, over 2 Penn State defenders, and then comes up with a steal.
Stole it away. Barnhizer to Wyndham, and Wyndham knows what to do.
Wow. What a turn of events for Northwestern here. Guard position.
Wyndham with it. 7 on the shot clock. Gives it up. Martinelli now. Martinelli finds some offense.
Nick Martinelli might be the best off-ball cutter.
Leach gives it up. Matthew Nicholson with it. Now over to Barnhizer. Back to Nicholson. What a pass it was by Brooks Barnhizer.
That's tough action to stop.
The lead that they have. Into the corner for Martinelli. That's a 3-pointer.
Good recognition.
Eventually gobbled up by Mullins of Northwestern. Leach open in the corner. Nails the 3.
That might be the sequence that gets Northwestern going. But again, the free throw line has been the difference for Northwestern getting back into this game.
Northwestern has not led in the game. They do now. Jalen Leach gives the Cats the lead. Chicago dog wouldn't be very good for breakfast.
I think you get some argument there. Not for me.
No argument from Northwestern fans on that 3-ball by
highlights or YouTube highlights, but Barnhizer will watch games and study it.
Here's the kick to Leach for 3. Bang! Waga still in the game. Guarding Martinelli here. 8 on the shot clock. Martinelli in his eye.
And that's what Northwestern does. Again, trying to get the matchup that they want. They like this, and then now you put them in rotation.
Berry for 3. In it goes. 20 points for Ty Berry.
We have players who can knock that shot down. And now Berry defensively, beautiful save right in front of his coach. Now here comes Barnhizer. Lob it up top, and hammering it down is Nicholson. 7-2 start. Jacob Meyer.
Good contest, made him shoot a rush 3.
Patient, poised, composed. Martinelli knocks it down. It's a 9-0.
But he's been able to score out on the court. And here again, active defense.
How about the deflections early on? Martinelli again. Easy deuce. Off the assist from his partner in crime, Brooks.
They're going to try to ice the ball screens on the side, pushing it to the sideline, boxing in the ball handler.
Leach is feeling it. Beautiful rotation on that basketball. And Wright, the Big East leader in assists, slung it over to Meyer, who lost it. Now back comes Barnhizer with Leach and Berry. He goes to Leach, who finishes.
Good decision by Barnhizer to jump stop. Otherwise, he's going to get it.
Another 3. Third straight possession trying from deep. Mullins running the floor. Loving his game today.
Guys like Ty Berry to kind of pick it up a little bit.
Martinelli got in the passing lane. Nice bullet pass, and we're going to get a goaltend. Goaltend by Ndongo.
Barnhizer likes this matchup.
Survey inside Martinelli. 2-man game.
Yeah, that's beautiful cut by Nick Martinelli. Everybody's focusing.
There's the three on the other end, short. Barnhizer the rebound. Wildcats are running. Up ahead, great feed again from Barnhizer.
Wow, that could have been an and one opportunity. I need to stand up and give him
for trademark infringement.
Exactly. Northwestern's missed their last 7 shots. But a nice dump down to Martinelli. Good two-man game.
Little cross screen action there. Barnhizer coming off the ball.
Consistency from the Northwestern Wildcats. Looking at the Wildcats in terms of last 5 years, had the 3rd most victories in the Big Ten, behind only Purdue and Illinois. Boy, that is your follow-through on your jump shot. It won't keep you from doing anything, but hold that follow-through.
Barry held it long enough for it to go.
Yes, he did. Ty Barry. It is good to see him fight. Barnhize's got to make a move. Got to go quickly. 3 to shoot. Barry. Oh, my goodness. What a clutch jumper.
Roll covers it. It opened up the entire lane, and Bear was able to get some dunks. Haven't seen him set any pick and rolls yet in this one.
Nicholson off a good feed from Barnhizer. He got inside for 2. It's a 5-0 Northwestern. Jay Wyndham, true freshman, gave Chris Collins great minutes off the bench last night. Mullins is on as well, as Barnhizer finds Martinelli underneath, and he flips it up and in. Good sign to get him going early.
That's just a heady play by Martin. Basketball has to be able to see you. Good lift out of the corner for Martinelli.
Thomas in double figures with 11. Leach knocks one down. So on cue, aces both, but Barnhizer's there to rebound. So that's a killer for UNLV to allow them an extra possession. Nicholson gets post position down low and flushes it through.
Off that, having himself a ball game in this one.
Again, he averaged more than 14.5 per last year at Oral Roberts as Mullins responds. Good floater in the lane.
To go back to that flop, there's going to be such few possessions because Northwestern's just going to take their time.
Martinelli's got to hoist it, and he hits as the shot clock expired a long 2.
Those post traps have to be really, really good. Your closeouts have to be good. Telford with a sidestep 3.
Drop-off feed and a good one. And a finishing close for Luke Hunger off the pass from Barn.
He's at all times on the floor, 50% from the three-point line.
He's now 17 for 34 this year from deep. 3 ball, and the response from Wyndham. He swerves in the lane, left that one short. Barnhizer and Northwestern wants to run. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. There's Leach. There's 2 more. It's a 1-point game.
Got a little
be shooting. And the double bonus as well. Nicholson for Barnhizer. They have Martinelli open down low, and he scores easily against Brooks playing with 4 fouls. So there's the quick 2 you were talking about.
Not look the same, not as free-flowing offensively.
Barnhizer stepping in, bounce pass to Martinelli, got the bucket and the foul.
On the floor, you know, if I'm Coach Schillen, I'm really considering getting him back in. I would have considered it a couple minutes ago, really.
Martinelli goes up with the left. He's got 12. Mullins corrals that rebound. Barnhizer pushing the pace, finds Martinelli. Nearly automatic for number 2.
Brooks Barnhizer turning defense.
So now from the other end, Northwestern's basket. Leach open in the corner. That one's good.
Northwestern.
Martinelli got to his spot. They doubled him. Extra pass. Leach wide open 3. Big Ten preseason player, all Big Ten defensive team last year. Really the heart and soul, the leadership of this team. He has 5 points already. Down low he goes to get an assist with Martinelli.
And that's what he can bring. Just, I think, game conditioning right now. When you haven't played so far this year, and you're doing everything that he's doing.
Nice catch and shoot look for Ty Barry on the other end. Since January 1st of 1930. That was against Purdue. Tied up with Northwestern here. The lob and the hammer from Nicholson.
Team at Northwestern that can really space the floor with Barry here.
Barnhizer in traffic, lost the basketball and ends up in the hands of newly unredshirted.
This 3 to 5 point deficit.
Off the inbound, that one won't go, but Barnhizer the rebound of the Barry miss and a travel. Turnover number 8 for Northwestern.
Barnhizer.
Players were engaged in that manner for an hour and a half. That was very impressive.
Barnhizer knocked away there. You can see Barnhizer really laboring to get.
You're not going to come back and be it. That rhythm that we saw him play earlier in the year.
They tried to get him the ball. It's taken away, but Northwestern gives it right back.
Turnovers in this game have been out of control.
Barnhizer on the angle. Two defenders there. Throws it away. Rice spreading ahead with that speed.
For 12 start. Bad news for Northwestern.
The ball tipped and taken away. Donaldson on the run. In transition.
He got experience. He got shooting. Changed the culture here at Michigan very quickly.
And Burnett with the steal. Michigan trying to build on the advantage they inside, taken away. Burnett had it, lost it. Here come the Cats. Barnhizer has it poked free. Good hands from Reuben Jones. Underneath, Gale to the rim for two. Second half and overtime points. Martinelli needs some help. Under a minute in the overtime. Barnhizer in traffic, threw it away. Turnover. Donaldson will bring it up.
And sometimes he's going to find a guard on him. He's going to do exactly what you just saw.
And the turnover. Harris Smith came away with it with those long arms and a trail down, but a goal.
Nice job helping late by Matthew Nicholson.
That numbers Queen late to get down on the other side of the floor, but a turnover. Gillespie up ahead and in and out of the hands.
He's got to join the party.
4 points for Barnhizer. Martinelli's got 6. Barnhizer skip pass and an offensive foul. He had a great first half with 10 points off the bench. Barnhizer, size mismatch, falls away, and Fitzmaurice couldn't go up tall. And pick up that pass from Barnhizer and a turnover. Team off the bench. Queen following an air ball. Great help from Fitzmaurice. And Barnhizer led Martinelli too much. Head to another timeout. Ty Berry.
Flies inside. Cold car left hand. No. Ball batted around. Picked up. Here comes Barnhizer. Looking for an easy basket. He's stripped. Fears. Picked his pocket. Robbed him.
Started a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Team, Steve Smith.
I tell you who my favorite Michigan State point guard was. And that was stolen. Akins just plucked it out the air. Akins drive to the back.
And the Lafayette native, Brooks Barnhizer, brings it across for Northwestern. Barnhizer, I thought he was fouled on the way up, doesn't get the call, and Purdue comes away with it.
Barnhizer sought out contact. Good grasp of what his team is doing and how the players are playing with confidence or struggling.
Another turnover for Northwestern, a team that turns it over quite infrequently. And Barnhizer stepped out of bounds. The turnovers continue to pile
side, and he just took them.
7 different Boilermakers have scored after first got that basket. And now Barnhizer double dribbles. What a nightmarish afternoon.
The basket is as big as an ocean right now for Braden Smith as confidently as he's shooting the ball.
And now Barnhizer turns it over again. Palpable frustration, which has been non-competitive in any game, and he certainly have been in this one. Just never figured out this Purdue defense. And another turnover for Brooks Barnhizer, and the rebound to Barnhizer.
From Brooks Barnhizer, I'm looking every time down to try to score. This game might be out of hand, but he could definitely hold it. Got to the rim and made a finish. Great hustle.
Barnhizer had it knocked away. First, here's
KJ Wyndham, known as a scorer, but boy, he got up on that block. Great defensive play.
And Barnhizer maybe trying to force it a little bit, took too many steps.
Chervino is an outstanding athlete and will be a really good player in this program. Good positional size. Conan Niederhauser. I'm going to get his name right one of these days.
Just keep practicing.
Yep.
And a foul on the screen. Brooks Barnhizer can't believe it. On the shot clock. Brooks into the paint. Brooks can't find it. Able to get his rebound back, then lost it into the arms of Ace Baldwin. Dillion loves to run. This time will slow things down.
Every DePaul player finding ways to get deflections and making a difference.
Now on this end, almost he's kind of looking like he wanted to reward himself there, which he definitely deserved. Had it stripped away, wanted a foul. Here comes N.
Especially on the ball as of late. I think this is a good matchup for Brooks.
Liked it. Dunn went. It was Blocker who went for the steal, and he's going back the other way. 1.5 left.
Oh, that was a beautifully run play, but Ndongo blew it up.
Going to get an offensive foul.
They'll let him shoot that all day if he wants to. Barnhizer into the paint. Straight.
Yeah, Colin Boswell's out here guarding, Kevin.
Boswell starts it up the floor, end to end, deep.
He could add another 15 easy.
Yeah.
Still really skinny.
They said he's the king of waffles. And
Barnhizer just lost that one,
yep. King of waffles has answered.
He's got the whole side.
And turnover. Went right through the hands of Martinelli. Jonas.
So let's see if Nicholson will take that challenge and step up.
And this will be off a Northwestern turnover, right back to the Hawkeyes. Over and back.
Over Northwestern, winning 9 of the last 10 matchups.
Another steal. Dix out ahead. 2 more.
Normally finishes those opportunities. Point blank range.
Turnover. Barnhizer and Martinelli not on the same page.
Boy, you see it.
Offensively, Barnhizer with the ball. 10 points in the second half. 10 to shoot. Tried to work it inside to Nicholson. Turnover.
Matthew Nicholson is
inside. They go to Martinelli. Kick out, and it's Barnhizer. Off the bounce in the lane. His pass taken away. So both teams turn it over on their first trip. Don's team that made the tournament in 2022. Barnhizer knocked off his leg by Rishwain out of bounds. And with 6:39 to go, UNLV the ball back. Barnhizer pops out off the Nicholson screen. And his pass sails over Berry. Tell you what, Jacob Pavlik, the Northwestern SID's got some good hands.
Awareness there, went right to his spot on the low block when Barnhizer was trying to penetrate a little bit.
Here's Barnhizer on the drive, puts on the move, tried to kick out, but it was stolen by Odom. He's looking for options.
Polo nearly got that. Barnhizer with 7 to shoot, blocked by Agban Polo. And then they get a travel called, but that's the length of this Montana State team as they get hyped up.
It's the length, but it's also...
The ball movement has been so fluid. Barnhizer back in, back to the rim he goes. Yeah, you're right, offensive foul.
Keep that dribble alive, leaning in through contact, and cannot get it to drop. Barnhizer takes it away, misses from point-blank range, got his own miss again, and then...
Right, you know, one thing I love about working with you, I get a new vocab word every time I'm with you, so appreciate you.
Which one did you get there?
You know,
unanimity. Yes,
unanimity, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't even know.
Western, they look to bounce back. Barnhizer almost stole it. Watch the shot clock here, and now they do steal it.
Indiana's been doing a better job of taking care of it, but Northwestern, a team that with their post trap, their pressure, and their physicality into this game. And understand that you've been out for 5 games. You're not going to come back and be it. And that rhythm that we saw him play earlier in the year.
They tried to get him the ball. It's taken away, but Northwestern gives it. Baseline drive, Leal trying to drop it off and it thrown away. Barnhizer, 1-on-2. And dangerous pass taken away. Indiana 14.
I'm not saying you're giving up open 2s, but you're certainly not giving up 3s.
Inside, oh, thought that might be goaltending.
He was wide open. If the pass is on target, that's going to be a dunk.
Rice will sprint it up. Tries to get in the lane. It's knocked loose. Barnhizer. The exclamation mark. Oh, he fell hard.
Against Purdue. Trying to get around the corner. Nice dump pass, but another turnover from Maryland. Numbers for the Wildcats. First turnover in the half for Northwestern. Barnhizer with a steal. Barnhizer with a jam. And stripped away. Young going the other way for the Terps. Lost it. Gillespie comes away with it to Reese. And a foul on the floor. It's going to
25 team winning their last 5 straight against ranked opponents at home. That streak includes 2 wins over top-ranked Purdue and most recently a win over then number 19 Illinois last month.
I think Purdue has just done a fantastic job of shutting off any kind of driving situation or lanes.
Coming right at us.
Someone else's shoe. Let's hope it's not serious.
And just as he was starting to get going, Dillion tries to sneak a pass through. Stolen away by Barnhizer. Leach with Ace comes to get it. Ace gives it up to Hicks. Hicks tries to get it down low. This is Johnson fighting for the basketball. Barnhizer fighting harder and comes up with the turnover. Barnhizer gets it and always seems to find a way to get that finish off the glass.
I mean, over 2 Penn State defenders, then comes up with a steal.
Stolen away. Barnhizer to Wyndham, and Wyndham knows what to do.
Wow. This is because if Northwestern can get into their offensive sets and half court, that's tough to stop.
Good start on the road for the Huskies, but now the takeaway for Northwestern. Barnhizer for Berry. Hit in the back of the head by the one.
For Northeastern. 3 ball was really effective for them, and that got them the lead.
Woods is stripped again. Career field goal percentage in Northwestern program history. Just under 63%. Another takeaway for Northwestern. Barnhizer sprints down.
Buckets him to 1,000 for his career. Congratulations to Ty Berry.
And Barnhizer with the steal. And the dunk.
Your knees. So he keeps his balance really well. He's got really good footwork.
Taken away by Barnhizer. Another steal.
20-0 run for Northwestern to begin it. And Wright, the Big East leader in assists, slung it over to Meyer, who lost it. Now back comes Barnhizer with Leach and Berry. He goes to Leach, who finishes.
They taught him how to play. They have taught Brooks Barnhizer how to play.
There he is, right on cue. Gonna run the break now. Off the steal and the finish. Barnhizer the steal, fittingly, and the finish.
Good stretch to get healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, you expect guys like Ty Berry to kind of pick it up a little bit.
Martinelli got in the passing lane. Nice bullet pass, and we're going to...
Got to keep the defense honest.
Think about what that shot, if he's able to knock it down, what that does for this offense, too, as Barnhizer will use a timeout after he got possession. His ability to set up a tumble, able to bring it down. Still trying to get some space, threw it away. Barnhizer running the break. Barnhizer had it tipped away, and he was fouled.
Arizona transfer Kylan Boswell. As Johnson in there, and a skip pass. It's taken away by Barnhizer. On the run, Brooks Barnhizer.
Good defense and just had it on auto 20-point game. Him and Martinelli, 3rd and 4th in scoring in the league. And some of these turnovers, Illinois getting a little bit flustered.
Errant pass there. Northwestern looking for the tie here early. Chris Collins wanted a foul. No whistles blown. And Illinois dodged one there. And there's Barnhizer again.
Everywhere.
Second pick. Barnhizer. Can't get that one to go. And there's a...
But now they find themselves maybe settling down here a little bit.
Harding has that one taken away by Barnhizer. That was off of Harding.
Northwestern. We talked about the jump Martinelli's made, averaging about 9 per game last year to this year. As that ball goes on the baseline, it's stolen away by Northwestern. And here comes Jalen Leach. Inside.
Todorovic, Foray, Bethea. 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Barnhizer right in the middle of that passing lane. Doesn't have the numbers. He finds Bali back out on the floor. We're out most of that first half in foul trouble. And they're down 12. They need an offensive spark. That doesn't help. Picked off by Barnhizer. .17:45 on the clock. Barnhizer with yet another steal. That's his third.
They've certainly played under their standard level to this point in the year, but made the NCAA tournament a season ago. They're an experienced team, but speaking of experience, it's Rick Barnhizer getting the steal and pushing it.
There's that dunk, absolutely.
Now Barnhizer gets fouled in the backcourt.
Ace Bailey, 24 first half points. Going to work on Barnhizer, loping to the rim, and Nicholson a wall in front of him.
Great job by Nicholson coming over.
Martinelli nearly lost that pivot foot. Martinelli had it stolen away. Gillespie going the other way. 3-on-2. Layup is no good. Barry pulls down the rebound. Numbers for Northwestern.
Out of Indianapolis, he wants so badly to do so well on every play that he puts too much pressure on himself.
Reese was able to split the defense. Barnhizer not.
Akins takes his time, probes, hesitates. That ball saved right into the hands of Kohler.
Tend to agree with him on that one.
Fears the inbounder. Gets his man, Fiddler, high arcing shot, no, and that's a shot clock violation.
It's really tough to stop. There's Kaufman-Renn, and it knocked away from behind, but altered by Barnhizer.
He just goes right. And it looks like this might be one of those games for Northwestern because they just can't get anything going.
And Smith loses it on the way up. 4 seconds to shoot. Purdue with Burgess inside. Well defended by the Cats, and Ellie has it for Northwestern.
Balls are come for the block attempt and didn't matter. Martinelli, those creative finishes.
Hayes setting up. Hicks was trying to get that shot off. Barnhizer got a hand on it. Barnhizer calling for the board.
Shot doesn't drop. Metcalf pulls it in. Troutman flies down the floor. Left his feet. Barry hoists it to Pratt of Northeastern. Broken play.
I thought their activity on defense would give the ball a little bit of trouble. I did not think it was going to be this active.
Another block from behind. It's Barnhizer, somehow stayed in bounds too.
Half their shots come from the 3 ball. And the thing I've been impressed with Northwestern, they've done a good job of staying in front of the dribbler. What DePaul really relies on getting, obviously he's the guy that they go to.
Blocker, he was blocked by Barnhizer.
Barnhizer down low. Nicholson couldn't get it to go. Dongo altered the shot. McCollum had it blocked from the backside. Back and forth we go.
Oh, good job of fanning George out by Mullins. Not letting him get to the rim.
Mutombo feels the double. Mutombo had it blocked on the weak side by Barnhizer.
Barnhizer is not the only one that can make a pass on the move like that. Martinelli doing a fantastic job of finding Nicholson underneath the bucket.
There's another block for Barnhizer. Went up and got the 7-footer. 3-on-1.
Illinois hasn't been looking much for 3, and another block for Barnhizer. This one out of bounds.
For Northwestern tonight.
And a 6-0 run as the Cats back in this one just when it looked like Illinois was pulling away. Ivisic blocked by Barnhizer. Run into the other end. Wanted to throw it down.
On the last possession. What do Chodorovic and the Waves need to do to answer here? They go inside to Liba. Blocked by Barnhizer.
Martinelli with all 6 points now for Northwestern. Akins on the hop, hangs in the air and rattles it down.
Tough
game, and now he's a head coach doing so well. time certainly flies. Inside, Cold Carr, left hand, no. Ball batted around, picked up. Here comes Barnhizer. They need a stop. Richardson, they keep him from curling down the lane this time. Kept his dribble alive. What a play. That extra dribble. 13
from behind the arc.
I think Purdue has just done a fantastic job of shutting off any kind of driving situation or lanes.
By Puff Johnson, and Penn State going to reset. Nice pump fake. Now an open shot. Cash money.
Zach Hicks the best. The fact that he's taking time to look at other teams' games, because a lot of these guys, they don't watch full games anymore.
It's all on Instagram.
Yeah.
Western. Haven't really seen Jacob Meyer get involved yet for DePaul. Still not on the board. A guy who averages 14 points per game. They need
from the three ball. And but the thing I've been impressed with Northwestern, they've done a good job of staying in front of the dribbler. What DePaul really
the story of this game, a 20-0 run for Northwestern to begin it. And Wright, the Big East leader in assists, slung it over to Meyer, who lost it. Now Rivera on the jump stop, ran out of options. Now Blocker, quick first step, couldn't finish it though. 7 on the shot clock.
Good defensive possession by the Wildcats, staying in front of the basketball. Gunn with a little nice short flipper dude.
Barnhizer jumped out on Meyer, opted to take the shorter shot. And Barnhizer with the rebound, and there we go. That's it.
O'Brien with a lane. O'Brien will go to the line, fouled by Nicholson.
Tell you what, Justin Mullins is going to make a difference with this team come Big Ten play, in my opinion. I think he is, every game is confident.
Is open. Harding keeps it himself. Dix to the hoop. His total game on display tonight. Yeah, it is. And then against Martinelli, now double teams. Dix open. 5 to shoot. Didn't get it to go. Freeman.
He's cut off by Sheravino, and now Rishwain. UNLV has begun 3 of 11 from the floor. Make it 4 of 12. Nice floater from James.
Western, though, Leach was the only guy to touch the basketball during that possession. They just have to get more movement.
Bedford drops in a triple. Thomas. And now Rishwain. UNLV trying to make this a one-possession game. Rishwain can't do it. First half he's had.
Green is playing terrific for this Butler team, and you're thinking Northwestern has an opportunity to get out and run. They don't want to play fast.
This is Brooks. Up top it goes. Telfort with 5 on the timer. Against Barnhizer, falls away and connects again. He's got a dozen first half. Game high 21. Backtracks. Can't find room against Leach. Bizjack has to hoist with 1 on the shot clock, and he missed everything. Perfectly played defense.
He's got 6 to shoot. First shot no good from Todorovic. The ball goes up and over the back. Major was able to grab that before Barnhizer took it away, and he lays it in with the left.
What a play
game.
What a play.
Here comes Odom slicing through that Wildcat defense. Skips it all the way to Major. He flies in, and the tip in is put back in by Foray to out Duke. Nicholson tipped that pass. Bethea, baseline jumper, in and out. Barnhizer the rebound.
He knows how many minutes he's played. He just keeps working and working and working.
Never gets tired. 5 on the shot clock. And that's a pretty shot floating away from Agbon Polo.
He doesn't get enough credit for what he does.
He steps out defensively here. You see what he does on both ends.
I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me?
I think he's the rebound, too.
Are you kidding me?
At the bit to get back on the court after their performance before they played Northwestern. Nice move by Tyson Acuff. They need Tyson Acuff to score. Ooh, freshman almost turned it over, both of them.
Acuff swatted by Sheravino.
Here's Barry.
And well, it might have been a foul, to be honest. But you know, one thing I love about working with you, I get a new vocab word every time I'm with you. So appreciate you.
Which one did you get there?
Ability early on to play one-on-one defense against Barnhizer and Martinelli. is allowing them to stay home on shooters.
Here's White looking for 2 hoops in a row, and he's got it. 4 points.
Rice for 15. Barry gets the rebound. Gave the numbers, but now 13 threes for Northwestern. Stopping Rice, but he cannot hit it.
Oh, good play by Ty Barry.
Rice will sprint it up. Tries to get in the lane. It's knocked loose. Barnhizer.
Nelly coughs it up. Michigan looking for the lead. Donaldson. Step back. 2. Couple of bounces and the rebound. Corner to Burnett. Rebound Golden. Second chance slipped right through the hands of Barnhizer. Donaldson contested 3. Way off the mark. Rebound tipped to
Beat Washington 88-54 in East Lansing on Thursday. Here's a drive and the scoop. Comes up a little bit short for Akins. And Akins takes his time, probes, hesitates. That ball saved right into the hands of Coach Hughes. Turns, 16. Oh my goodness.
Second shot, man.
The 18th.
You got stars, Zach Edey. Now you've got Braden Smith doing Braden Smith-like things.
Yes, it is about more than the building.
Because if you're going to let him pick you apart, that's exactly what he'll do.
Ace wants a 3. Well off the mark. Down there for the board. Can't secure it.
Season today. This is Alexander Waga, who nearly traveled in the lane. Troutman lets it fly and knocks it down.
Oh, man.
Pratt for 3. Airmail. Now Barry lines it up. King throws it up. Short. Barnhizer the rebound.
Asperas Yakachonis. Illinois team, a potent offensive squad, and Kylan Boswell averaging almost 10 a game.
He has been so...
Illinois hasn't been looking much for 3, and another block for Barnhizer. This one out of bounds.
Coach ball club, you got to share the rock. And if you're open and you got that skill set, and let it fly like that.
Sanford, Freeman got a piece of it. Martinelli with the rebound.
And the aggressiveness of him and Leach to start this second half, you can tell they got challenged.
Thomas challenging the Northwestern defense for 2 more.
5 on the shot clock. Porchadorovich. He puts one up. That's off the iron. He gets his own rebound.
131. Foul called on Barnhizer after the drive from Jay.
Continue to run your actions. The ball has found the right person.
Still a 1-possession game. Now it's a 1-point game after a beautiful move in the lane.
Here in the Big Ten Conference, in my opinion. High motor for a guy that big.
Williams finds Bailey in the corner, short on the 3, and McCarron.
This is an intimate situation for the fans, and it is a great home court advantage.
Here's Zach Martini, got open for 3, and Nicholson snares the rebound. Under 10 on the shot clock. Acuff going to have to go to work with 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Bailey. Catch, shoot, 3 again! Ace Bailey with... It's a continuing saga. Who will slow down Ace Bailey? He'll try the 3 in the corner, and he will hit it. 29.
There, now it's knocked away. Morez Johnson able to save it. Still 10 to shoot. Boswell swings in the corner. And the 3 does not go from White, but the rebound. Barnhizer and Martinelli take shots. And that has worked to perfection here.
It's worked to perfection in part because Martinelli and Barnhizer is White again with the
Paso in the paint right now. Back up top. Galloway lets it fly. Barry high for the board.
Sure buys you, though. It just puts more air under that pass. You take the roller, you close out to Mbako.
Mbako hits another 3.
Barnhizer can't lose.
Second chance. Wolf against Leach. Backs it out to Cheddar. A Three won't go. Martinelli rips the rebound in the corner for three. Burnett won't get that one to drop, but an offensive rebound for Wolf. Burnett, second chance, 3 points.
Leach and Ty Berry. Martinelli had a layup there. He set the screen. Another good pass from Leach.
7-0 run. Donaldson can't end it. Wolf with the offense. And misses the front end, but Wolf gets the rebound. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The launch from Jones. An air ball tipped around. Halftime as a
Going defensively, that was Forst's fewest points and a half this season. So expect him to have a nice bounce back. New all over. Beautiful feed from Martinelli that time over the shoulder.
Ace drops it for an open three off the mark, and a rebound brought down by turn back out to Ace. Ace off the screen. Kicks it for a three. Deleon is long. Coden Niederhauser with the board.
Block attempt and didn't matter. Martinelli, those creative finishes.
Ace setting up. Hicks was trying to get that shot off. Barnhizer got a hand on it.
In the court just before 8 a.m. Trying to get back to business after the holiday break. This is Woods for three. Off the heel, and Martinelli feed in the pocket. First triple of the game for Northwestern. They're 1 for 9. Pratt unable to answer. J.B. Frankel. Shot clock low again. 5 seconds. Frankel, a deep three. Got it.
I know it's right.
Eye coordination for his first points of the day. Troutman for three with that high release. Rebound tugged down by Martinelli.
Noy in that big win they had. Here again, got the three-pointer.
Nice contested jump out from Barnhizer, too.
Possession. They got to feel pretty good about themselves.
And just 5 points off those 10 turnovers. O'Brien short. Got off to a great start. They led by as many as 12 in this game, if you're just joining us. Georgia Tech got it to within 3 as Luke O'Brien in and out. Nicholson pulls down the rebound.
Take him.
George goes baseline, bullet pass into the corner. Now for 3. Got it.
Well, that's great action from George. Decision-making by Leach. Got far enough away from his defender and got to a spot on the floor where he's comfortable.
Powell from the other wing knocks down another 3.
Ty Berry's going to feel like in February is going to be night and day from what he feels like right now.
Will Riley, a leaning 3. Really the first.
Man, you get turned down, it's layups and it's fouls.
Kels in the corner finds Trey White. That 3 won't go. Mullins, good read off the. Jonas, another good find. The zip out to the wing for 3. That won't go. And then a bump and out of bounds with 5 to shoot. Hands off to White. 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Boswell has to launch the deep 3. It won't go. And he beats it with the overtime. Jonas with 20 tonight. Hummerkaus will try to tie. Short on the 3 and a battle for the rebound of foul.
People think it should be microwave, right? People come in and they should be fully developed, and that's usually not the case.
Sanford has a pair of threes. Iowa shoot. Still plenty of time, 10 to shoot. Harding wide open. And Nicholson with a rebound, and here comes Leach.
The defender goes under the screen, you making him pay. That's pretty.
Freeman back up top to Dix. In and out. Wants to get that shot off. Almost tipped in. Thelwell. Short on the 3, got his own rebound. Sanford. Where they say Cole from distance. And a big rebound for Nick. Hawks been tied with a 3. Sanford. Thelwell back to him.
UNLV has made its last 6, but they've also turned it over 9 times in this first half. Rishwain tries the 3 and hits. Well, he can do that.
Some of the better defenders in the Big Ten.
They came in shooting at 56% from 3. This guy can shoot it too. Benarbi on the glass.
Second half.
Thomas has been aggressive from the get-go. So is this guy, Bedford. Rebound Cherry. Fresh 20 for inside 12 to play. Bedford cut off. Rishwain back out. This is Hicks. And the rebound for 6 second chance points in the first half for Northwestern. Already 8 here in the second. Rishwain all day to lace up it and buries a triple. Right.
Barnhizer saw off the post up. The lane was wide open. Cuts to the basket for the easy finish.
Rishwain again. Back-to-back threes.
Boré putting it on the floor. Todorovic, no look pass. Bethea wide open. His three is off. Rebound to Nick. Has some screen help. Goes the other way. 5 to shoot for the Waves. He kicks. Olvera's three is good. Just trying to send themselves home happy at this point.
For a Northwestern team, for a Northwestern fan, you might be surprised to see the starters still out here, Eli.
Ball movement leads to a Patterson three. He's a 35% three-point shooter early on. The rebound from Lekalot, third opportunity here. Walker is back in, quick pass. And that three a bit strong from Mulk. Walker, so patient, uses the physicality, kicks it out. This is the shot they want. In the corner, couldn't knock it down. Rebound from Lekalot, though. Talking about Brooks Barnhizer in his debut.
He's just fun to watch.
Corner three is down again. Another one for Tyler Patterson.
Oh, Williams missed Bailey coming off that screen.
He'll drop it down low and a nice right to left for Dylan Grant.
And you know what, Kevin, I think it helped.
Williams on the push. And a nice little hop in his step for a guy who wasn't feeling good earlier as he feeds Dylan Grant for the two-hand flush.
Hey, Dort. And they really made it difficult for Bailey to even touch here.
Bailey in the paint, and that's the first field goal of the second half for
And he was really good Sunday against Michigan before getting ejected. Leal cutting, and he'll draw a foul against Ty Berry. Baseline drive, Leal trying to drop it off and it thrown away.
Well, there's not much there to be seen.
Renew rejected at the rim.
Point game against Purdue. Trying to get around the corner. Nice dump pass, but another Groves hesitates. That ball saved right into the hands of Kohler. Beats a cutting Finley. Pound it down with 2 hands.
Round into the type of shape that they'd like to see, getting into the teeth of the conference play.
Smith the alley-oop, and Burgess throws it down.
Crew knew how physical Northwestern likes to play, so they came in really setting the tone.
A slip pass in from Kern to Hicks. Ace comes to get it. Ace gives it up to Hicks. Hicks tries to get it down low. This is Johnson fighting for the basketball. Barnhizer.
King on a give and go from wide open. He missed the layup.
Can Rashad King get going for Northeastern? 3-ball was really effective for them, and that got them the lead.
Woods is stripped again.
Be effective against Northwestern like this.
Powell's all by himself. Now Mutombo with a right hand. Good. Hasn't given Georgia Tech, especially Ace Baldwin, at the head of the snake.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Nice feed inside to O'Brien.
That's one of the few.
Oh, what a find. Boswell to the rim for 2 and a timeout taken by.
They have an opportunity to get out on the break. You've got to be able to convert those if they're going to win this game.
Bizjack to the cutter. That's a really good cut by Telfort. Nicholson's going to pick up back-to-back fouls.
17:45 on the clock. Barnhizer with yet a
Ace Bailey, 24 first half points. Going to work on Barnhizer, loping to the rim, and Nicholson a wall in front of him.
Great job by Nicholson coming over.
When he's got 2 buckets at the rim, go back to what's working. 50% of his shots are threes right now.
Yeah, it feels like they're completely out of sorts, right? Just not doing.
Fiddler drives, spins, fires. Akins. Shake and bake to the basket. Picked it up. Not a good shot. Loose. And a shot clock violation.
That's his opportunity. Loading up on those two.
There's Smith on the drive. Hanging in the air and hitting.
And it looks like this might be one of those games for Northwestern because they just can't get anything going.
And Smith loses it on the way up a 4-second.
Kept alive by the Huskies. Pratt. Ooh. I'm telling you, Hollywood.
Enright gets to the rim and finally snaps that skid. It was a
7 to shoot. Hit it out. Harding with his hands on it.
Around the horn, they work it to Rishway. And this possession really not going anywhere. Thomas is going to have to bail him out. And he travels.
Flow, and that's a really good sign for Northwestern.
We talked about the jump Martinelli's made, averaging about 9 per game last year to this year. As that ball goes on the baseline and stolen away by roll down towards 90 seconds left here at Mullet Arena. First Arizona tip-off semifinal. Telford falls away and fills it up. He's got 21.
Really nice outing for Mullins off the bench. But a nice lay-in there by Al-Duke. Koulibaly. Todorovic from 3. It's off the glass and no good.
Pick up a little bit. There's that double, absolutely. To go.
He's defending Mullins. Mullins goes to work on him expectedly. Couldn't get that to drop. Battle for the rebound.
Tend to agree with him on that one.
Here's the inbounder. Gets his man. Fiddler, high arcing shot. No, and that's a shot clock violation. Martinelli with 24. Northwestern getting closer, but can they get stops? This time they do. Fiddler curling, shows it, fades,
that wasn't the purpose of the conversation.
That's called a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
67 to 49, Michigan State, baseline, and a whistling foul.
There's a deep 3. McCollum finally puts the Yellow Jackets in the score column.
15 or more. But now they find themselves maybe settling down here a little bit.
Harding has that one taken away by Buck. They've made their last 4 shots. Sanford to Sanford for 3.
You think they've done that once or twice?
Off those double teams.
So Baer takes a seat. Only 4 points for him. And that one's knocked away. Great deflection by Barn.
Shoulder-to-shoulder contact, some kind of force. Brooks Barnhizer so adept at playing through that.
Bethea goes up with the right. That's too strong off the glass. Rebound by Koulibaly. His under 5.5 to go here in half number 1. Todorovic inside trying to make up for that last miss, and he does. Beautiful shot there.